Okay. All right. It's all selected up over here. And now I just need to pull up the chat on my phone because I still don't have a more... I mean, obviously, the solution to chat on my phone, or to not having to do the chat on my phone, is getting a second monitor. And now, the time you've all been waiting for. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Miku Miku Beam. Keep going. Alright. Chat is successfully pulled up. Alright.
What is it? Cool.
Chat, are you cooked? It's funny because I'm talking to an empty chat room currently. Oh, man. Yeah, talk so that we're talking over the licensed music.
No violence is permitted on the strip.
Licensed music disruption.
Licensed music, licensed music, licensed music, and licensed music. Somehow, he's like, something's got to give.
What? What are you even talking about at this point?
Okay, we were doing the Hawthorne Heights thing earlier.
Right. Okay, I follow that.
Yeah. So that was like the song that's playing is Something's Gotta Give.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, no one but Omertas are allowed to carry guns into Gomorrah. Check your weapons with me.
Yeah, I'll keep my holdout weapons.
You'll get these back on your way out.
Let's see what guns do I get to keep as part of my holdout weapons. I have 10 sticks of dynamite, 3 grenades, a 9mm pistol, 3 plasma grenades, 3 pulse grenades, and a silenced 22. Hold on. The 9mm is on my hip. So it's just like, he's like, all right, give me your guns. And I'm just like, selectively handing him everything but that. All right. Talk to the receptionist.
Hello and welcome to
Yeah, I
Gomorrah.
can see you
What can I help you
open
with today?
carrying that piece. And you're like, what? And you're like, you're open carrying. He's like, no, I'm not. He's like, I can literally see it. No, you can't.
It's like, that's a gun right there. It's like, no, it's not. When I snap my fingers, you will forget you were ever gay.
Like, but I'm not gay. Yeah.
Wait. I was never gay. Exactly.
He's like, no, you can't do that.
I'm calling in for an outstanding balance on some information. Tell me what the Omertas are up to.
I knew someone would call in that mark soon. What do you want to know?
I need to know who to talk to about what's been going on in here.
All I can tell you is to find Kachina.
Are you gonna get
He's
the
the lowest
best
level lieutenant you're going to
dialogue
be able to
in New
talk to.
Vegas?
Some of the girls say he's been
I
involved
don't know.
in some shady business the family
Well, the
wouldn't
one
really
is like,
like.
I don't give
Ask
half.
him about it.
You're like, oh, that's good. That's rude.
Talk to Kachino. Can we talk about...
I sure do. But loose lips sink ships.
How it's just an episode of The Sopranos.
Okay, so I asked the receptionist for the gossip, and she's like, well, you know, I know a thing or two, but loose lips... She actually was like, loose lips sink ships. And there's a 28 speech check here that I can't pass, but I do have the Cherchez la Femme perk. Because bisexuals do more damage in New Vegas. Beautiful, I would love to help you loosen those lips.
Well, since you ask so nicely, and I'm not sure I could resist those pretty eyes, what do you want to know? It's hard to believe that not too long ago, most of the families on the Strip were little more than warring tribes. The Omertas even had a big war with the Khans once upon a time.
It's messing me up that you can see the mesh between, like, her neck and her chest. Because there's like a weird thing that the character models do on this engine where...
They don't render correctly?
Well, no, it's like the clothes... Like, this open, like, part of the neck of her clothes is part of the clothes texture, not her body's texture. So it's, like, overlaying over her body texture. It's really strange looking.
Bye.
But you can see it with...
Holy shit. You've been in Lucky 38. You meet the overboss in there.
Oh, that guy, his speech did not match the subtitle. No, I was just gonna say, can we talk about how a guy I need to talk to at the casino's name is Cachino? Also, the ambient sound in here is really funny because you'll just occasionally hear crystal clear a woman go like, "Woohoo!"
I hear you've been asking
Well,
questions
yeah,
about
you've
me,
got
dickweed.
to,
What the fuck do you want?
You gotta really drive home the fact that it's a
Business?
send-in.
What the fuck do you mean business? You looking to get yourself burned? Now you start talking real clear, and I mean fucking crystal clear, because I'm about to lose my patience.
So this guy's eyes, for some reason, have like a blue light shining in them. So he has like Fremen eyes. He's got like J.C. Denton eyes.
It's just what a shame.
I don't give half a
You
dick what
you
heard.
shoot one
Get
of
the fuck out
the
of my face before I burn your sorry
you shoot
ass.
one of the like prostitutes in Gomorrah, and he's like, "What a shame! What a horrible way to die."
Horrible way to go. Pity.
There is some, if we're being honest, there is some bad voice acting in Deus Ex,
Well, yeah.
but a lot of the bad, quote-unquote, dialogue is so good.
What a shame.
Well, and see, that's not even bad. That's just JC's...
Jason.
Yeah. Also, when you're just, like, walking around the hotel floors of Gomorrah, it just sounds like... You know, it's that joke about that one friend whenever your mom calls.
Yeah.
Just loud sex noises. Oh, I can't pick the door. Okay, I can't pick the door. Which means I could try... Or can I try to pickpocket the key off of Cachino?
I mean, you know what they say. You can pick your friends. You can pick your door. But you can't pick your friend's door.
Yep, that's what they say. Alright. Classic quick save before... He didn't catch me.
So did you ever try to pickpocket the NCR like supply and repair requisitions guy at the outpost that has like 100 repair, and so you can repair anything?
Oh, like you... Can you do that thing where basically you spend a bunch of money repairing stuff and then just take your money back?
Yes.
Classic. Cachino's journal documents a couple months of Cachino's activities. It contains a detailed ledger describing many of his business deals over the last few months, including the sales of chems and weapons. It is clear at a quick glance that these transactions are his own personal finances, and this is done behind the backs of the Omerta family management structure. He also talks in great detail about many sexual encounters with Gomorrah prostitutes, including Joanna. After nearly every off-the-book sale or sexual tryst, he vows this one will be his last. Okay, do I have the option to go talk to her for dirt on him? Like, I remember... Oh, wow. Yeah, girl, get it. Yeah.
Well, what do we have here, huh? Let me guess. You've heard
Is this
about the
just one of the,
mistress who
like,
makes
just
all your
watching the
fantasies come
dancers at
true.
Gomorrah thing where you're like,
So
oh,
you followed the
okay.
call of your desires.
No,
all
no,
the
no,
way
no.
to the arms of Joanna. Moi. Now that you've found me, I wonder, do you have what it takes?
So I walked into the courtyard where a lot of the prostitutes are, and this prostitute was like dead center in the screen, and she just starts sliding across the ground, and she's just like sashaying, just dancing, and she's just sliding across the ground. And as I was like moving to get like to keep her in view for the stream, she just grabs my camera, and she's the prostitute I'm looking for.
She just really pulled a Uriel septum on you.
Let me see your face. You're the one from my dreams. This is how Patrick Stewart talks.
I was about to say, you're adding a bit of a Ethiopian eunuch vibe to it.
I am a devious, like, have you seen that? It's a picture of Elon Musk and Trump in the Oval Office, and it's like, look how devious my emperor's eunuch is.
Yeah, but now hold on. The scheming eunuch was a Chinese thing, to be fair.
And?
Ethiopian eunuchs were
What do you wanna
typically
know?
very fake.
I have questions about Gomorrah.
Yes.
What's the deal with Gomorrah?
It's your paradise on this desolate earth, hun.
Are you
Your
just
troubles are gone.
the?
Your
Are you
pain
doing the
forgotten.
circus of value?
And your dreams come true.
Tell me about Gomorrah's clients! Well, and then, like, her voice is like... It's that, like, sexy, breathy voice.
Yeah.
Where she's like, hey, hun.
Everyone wants a piece of their own personal heaven.
Very,
So they come here for hours. And hours, hun.
And it's like that Marilyn Monroe kind of
Military
voice.
NCR ranchers, wandering travelers. They're all the same without their clothes on. What they want, the Omertas provide.
Pouring up. I decided to make some of my... Or the last of my Harney and Sons Blood Orange. Which, is not something I can get locally. It's something I can only get, like, off Amazon.
You best hold your tongue, friend.
Yeah,
Or someone here will take care of it
That's
for good.
Harney and Sons. You know what they say. It's not available locally.
Well, you can get the Earl Grey and, like, hot cinnamon spice and, like, something else at Walmart.
Yes.
Ooh! Ooh! Medicine check that I can pass. Contracted pupils, involuntary spasms, Med-X kills quickly, Joanna. I can help.
I didn't think it showed. I guess that it's worse than I thought. Look, we can't talk here. If you think you can help me, follow me to my room, please. Follow me, hun.
She's like, if you think you can help me, follow me to my room. And this is very much in the context of, I just said that I can help her with her drug addiction. And then, like, exiting the dialogue, she's like, follow me, hun.
Oh yeah, she's trying to play it off.
I like how well-dressed a lot of the gamblers are at the casinos. Like, their clothes are clean, and they look normal. Alright, Joanna.
Okay. We can talk here.
Tell me about your problem.
I don't know what's happening to me. I can't feel a goddamn thing anymore. Empty and poisoned like the wasteland. I'm afraid I won't make it out of here. Not without Carlitos. If the Med-X doesn't kill me first, Caccino or another Omerta will. I look pathetic, huh? The great Joanna. And now... I don't even know why I'm telling you this.
What's Carlitos' story?
He was an omerta that fell in love with me.
Oh, it's about his way.
They don't ever mix with people outside the family, you know? He was planning to escape with me, but Cucino found out about us. So he did something, talked, I don't know. And Carlitos disappeared.
Cucino talked because Carlitos broke Omerta rules.
Cucino doesn't give a shit about rules. Only cares to feed his perversions. He lusted for me. He's done things to me. Look, I'm stuck here. I know that. Carlitos is the only thing that kept me going. And now I don't have anything left.
What if Carlitos lives?
If he's alive, he's long gone. The Omertas want him dead now. If you meet him anywhere, I'd do anything to get him back and escape this hell. Although I'm not keeping my hopes up.
If he lives, I will find him for you.
Hun, nobody's given me a free thing before. What's it going to be for you? Caps? Sex? Straps? What?
Huh. Huh. So I have the option of saying that I'll do it for free, I'll do it for money, I'll do it for sex. Considering I am a mercenary.
That sounds good, hun.
I'll do it
I hope
for
to see you
free.
soon.
You're someone that doesn't understand what being a mercenary is.
No. I said I'm a mercenary. I didn't say I'm a good
I've heard that
mercenary.
elite units are on the way to support our armies here.
Also, this quest is
So
called...
you're doing a low intelligence run, I see.
This quest is called Bye Bye Love. Bye Bye Love. Like, most of the quest names in this are like 50s and 60s songs. Example, Ain't That a Kick in the Head?
Yeah, there's the other one, a love gun.
Nah, man, you mean Kitchen Gun.
Oh, no, you're right. No, I meant Love Shack.
Oh. You know, the Love Shack is a place where we can be together. Love Shack, baby. Find Carlitos to help Joanna. Okay, but I just got a quest marker for him. I just somehow know where he is. Hey, but remember, only Bethesda does design like that.
I don't know, I feel like everybody does that now because, like, by and large, like, it's just hard, man, don't you know?
Well, like, okay, I was actually thinking about, so, like, the problem, quote unquote, the problem is that people, or like, devs don't want to do, like, Morrowind style quest direction because everything's voice acted. And if they have all of the quest directions be voice acted, that's a ton of data. But it could just be like, okay, how many times in one of these games have you talked to somebody and they'll be like, oh, you need to go to this location here, I'll mark it for you on your map, and or like let me see your Pip-Boy or whatever, and they mark it on your map. Well, they can say that.
Hello. Hey, do you mind? I'm trying to drink myself to the
They can
ground.
say that, and then when they mark it on your map, like, you go to your quest journal and it has the actual written directions.
Or they could say, hey, I'll write some
What did you
directions
say?
down for you. And
Mhm.
I mean,
just anything
Joanna
like
sent
that.
you.
It's like,
Please.
That
tell
way,
me,
it's
is
just
she
a
alright?
generic
Or
dialogue.
did you see her? What does she have to say?
yeah, it's kind of like how CD
Then she has
Projekt
to know.
can't animate
I'm ready to help her
hands, so
escape
they
once and for
never
all.
animate
I'm
Geralt
not even
handing
scared of Cucino
someone
and all those
something.
fuckers.
Or being
I'm
handed
dead
anything.
anyway if we don't get the hell out of here.
It's
Just
you see his arm.
just
go
the
behind
yeah,
his
just the
back, and you
animation of
understand.
the arm behind the back. Yeah.
And everyone just understands. Yep, that he was handed
Deal.
something,
Come
and
back
then
with
he
news
got
soon,
it
yeah?
back.
Till next round.
Okay. Talk to Joanna on Carlitos' behalf. See, this is doing that thing. This is not so much of a problem on PC where the loading screens. Well, okay, it's not so much of a problem because the loading screens don't take that long. It is a problem when there's still a persistent bug in this game of it crashing when going through a door, like hitting an infinite load screen when going through a door. But Joanna gives me a job to find Carlitos. You talk to Carlitos, and he says to go back to Joanna. Okay. Like, I was actually thinking about, like, okay, it's to me, it's fine. We don't have phones or whatever, right? But I was playing Far Cry 2, and it does that a lot, where, like, I did a mission where I got the mission from a guy, and he says, like, go to this place and destroy this briefcase full of passports. You go there, you destroy the passports, but then you have to go back to him to tell him. This is a game wherein frequently you answer a cell phone.
Nah,
Hey,
man, but you're in
no
a
one
dead
but Omer-
spot.
You'll get these.
Or you call and he's not picking up. So
Dude,
go
I
down
actually
and-
would love that in a game. If, like, if you're supposed to call somebody and it just, like, no signal or won't go through, and you have to, like get to a spot where the phone call will go through.
Yeah.
Included with the special edition of this game is a detailed map of the cell coverage.
You just have to constantly just pull your phone out or
I
start
wagered that
just
the army's sending elite
doing the
units our
thing
way,
that people
right as
used to
we
do
speak.
where they would, like, act like they were holding a rod
Hey
and
there,
reel
gorgeous.
and, like,
I
cast
knew
their
you'd be
phone
back
to get
soon enough.
service.
Mm-hmm. I have a message for you for Carlitos.
What? Have you seen him? Have you talked to him?
Carlitos wants to get you out of here.
Look,
Carlito.
we can't talk here.
I have to follow her to her room to talk about this, so now I have to wait for her to slow walk up there. Just gonna stand in her room and wait. Is there... Can I turn... Oh, no, the music's just being... There's a loud cricket in here. Where's the cricket? The New Vegas cricket.
Oh no.
Dude, if there was a cricket in my bedroom going at it this loud, I would,
This place smells like.
I was like, where is she? She's taking so long. And I opened the door, and as I went out the door, she was phasing through the door into her room.
Hey, what's up?
Let's talk about Carlitos.
Yes?
Okay, are you saying there's, like, a literal
It does?
cricket in the background, like, of
Wait.
New Vegas?
This
Yeah.
changes everything.
Yeah.
I can't leave my girls here. And where would we go even if we
I don't
escape?
understand.
No, it's too risky. We'll all end up dead.
Oh. I can't pass this speech check right now.
Okay?
It's really sweet.
And because I'm inside, I'm taking a hit to my special.
I've heard that elite units are on the way to support our armies.
He said, this gambler saying, I've heard there's elite units on the way. Time to go knock an NCR veteran ranger over the head for his armor.
And his Ranger Sequoia. Damn, how did you get a Ranger Sequoia? 20 years of dedicated service in the NCR. That's how.
There's some serious shit going on between NCR and the
Somebody
Legion. Better
in
not fuck with our power.
Gamora is hostile to me. There's just a red, like, marker on my compass. It's like, did Kachino figure out that I stole his stuff?
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Okay. I'm actually going to go... Oh, I forgot about how it adds all your stuff back individually. So I was like, where did I get a satchel charge?
Oh, you had one.
Yeah. What do I want to do here? I don't want to go to Vault 22 right now.
Why not?
I don't know. I could finally actually sit down and do the Repcon quest. Which won't be as bad. Yeah, do I want to do that?
I hardly know her.
Do I want to do that? I think I might do that. I did not feel like I... Okay. I was going to say, it did not feel like I actually selected that. Alright, so I need to go... I'm going to have to go to Novak and get Boone to take him with me.
Have Boone hold out his rifle.
Yeah. Boone, I'm going to need you to shove your rifle down the front of your pants. The Emeritus will just think you're horny, okay?
Or no, just like down your pants leg and just limp. Act like you got the meanest pimp limp.
Craig Boone, noted pimp limper.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
I love how every time I load into this cell, that this one body flops around. You know how there's like a kid chasing a rat around Freeside?
Yeah,
If you kill the rat, the kid will eat the rat.
that's gross.
Well, you know, it's as they say, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. They're
eating him.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dog, they're eating the cat, they're eating the cat, they're eating the cat.
And then they're gonna eat me. Oh my.
Oh my god. Whoops, I accidentally took everything in their inventory. Oh no. Just got to sell that. I keep forgetting that A is take all, not E. So,
Well, yeah, A for all.
exactly. Man, I swear, the main thing about this difficulty level is, or not difficulty level, but hardcore mode, the main thing about it is just constantly having your limbs damaged. Do I have that one drug so I don't have to use one of my doctor's bags?
Hydra?
Yeah, I don't have any. I should go... One of the last times I played this, I kind of role-played having... Like my character was kind of like a wasteland doctor. He knew some science, he knew some medicine. And one of the things about role-playing that way is I was planning to visit the Great Khans, because there's two Great Khans named Jack and Diane that they make drugs, and you can teach them drug recipes. Like you can teach, like, or you can make their drugs stronger by passing a series of like medicine and science checks. And I just think that's neat.
Well, it is. But let's see, Jack and Diane, those are the ones that, like, if you tell Jack about like how the Legion like, enslaves women, he says that's not Kopashishi. Right?
I think so. I think so. Kopashishi.
Yeah, man. You just tell me like that's not Kopashishi, and I'm like, I agree.
You're not. It's like, you know what? You're right. It's not Kopashishi. Man, I don't get the ambient noise in this area. Like I'm a good distance away from the city, and my ambient noise is just really loud, like crowd noises, like people talking.
Well, you know, I mean, gotta.
It's like, is my family having a family reunion nearby?
Just.
I'm gonna have to just use a doctor's bag.
Southern family noises.
Well, it's not that my family is Southern. It's funny enough though that like multiple people in my family, including myself, have hearing loss. So it's like sometimes I'm loud because, well, some people don't realize this. I'm pretty sound sensitive, so I can just tell sometimes that I need to speak up over something, and other people, I guess, just think they can hear me without me speaking up, so they act like I'm screaming. But really what it is, it's a bunch of people with, like, undiagnosed ADHD feeling overstimulated around me. That's what it is. Golly, this ambient noise is so loud. Did that stick? Yes. Well, I turned the master volume and some other volume settings down, but still, like, I am like on the road outside of the town a good little bit, and I'm still getting this, like, it sounds like I'm in a cafeteria.
Well, yeah, because you are.
Oh. Thanks for clearing that up.
I see.
Oh, yeah, death. I see it.
I see now, said the blind man, who is deaf's son, as he peed into the wind. It's all coming back to me.
All right, so I don't know if you've heard about this in the news or whatever, but did you hear about?
I haven't heard about anything.
There's this like horse, and he's been playing Panama by Van Halen, like at concerts.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna say it. Good for him.
I saw this. I keep seeing these memes where it's like, oh yeah, New Vegas is so peak, and like gameplay's so peak, and it's like the gameplay in question, and it just shows just somebody walking around, like what I'm doing.
I mean, yeah.
But I'm doing this.
And?
I'm doing this because I'm enforcing a no fast travel run on myself, not because this is what all gameplay is. But then I saw the same kind of thing about. Wait. Oh, okay. I forgot that the NCR has power armored troopers.
Yeah, because they ripped out the service.
Yeah, I forgot about this. So I just saw a set of power armor and was like, what is the Brotherhood doing here?
The other hood?
Yep, that's what they're called. It turns out the Brotherhood compound in Fallout 1 is in Compton, so it's the Brotherhood. Alright, let's see if,
Can you
I've
imagine
still got guns and ammo.
if the Brotherhood was all just like Nation of Islam?
there, you go to talk to the, like, High Elder, and he's just like, do you know about Yaqub?
Yaqub. I mean, that would make sense for, like, why they're so anti-Sith. Or Synth, excuse me.
Did you just say anti-Sith?
I did, yes. But I meant anti-Synth, and I corrected myself, so...
That's really
just,
funny.
It's just Louis or Louis or whatever, however you pronounce it.
I think...
Farrakhan, just all of his, like, anti-Semitic talking points, but just retrofitting them to be about synths. The one that just kills me because I can't believe that, like, no one, like, at any point had been like, hey, maybe don't say
Still
that.
making a
when he
nuisance
just
of
dropped
yourself.
this gem on people like, I'm not anti-Semite, I'm anti-termite.
Good lord.
Exactly. Like, good.
Does the hunting shotgun really only have one upgrade for it?
I think it has two.
I just am not finding the other one.
It has an extended tube and a modified choke, if my memory serves.
That's what it is. Yeah, I haven't found the choke. I've got the tube, but I have yet to find... So I just talked to two merchants.
I mean, granted, it's not like you actually need to upgrade the hunting shotgun. That thing is pants on head powerful.
Well, especially if you...
You don't even need the, like, unique one.
I was gonna say, the unique one is... I was actually thinking about going to get it. I just don't... I'm worried about surviving the onslaught of ghouls I have to go through to get to it.
It's just... You see, that's a hidden way to beat Legate Lanius, is to just... If you have the dinner bell, that's just one of your speech options, is just, like, present the dinner bell and be like, Legate, for your consideration.
Do you want to see an unregistered firearm?
He's just like, oh dang, man, I didn't know you rolled like that.
He's, like, looking at that stupid bumper sword he's got, and he's looking at this 12-gauge shotgun. He's like, you know what? Good point.
Yeah.
I still like the meme that's, like, the courier showing up, and the speech check just says, like, speech 100, West.
West. And he's just like, understandable. Have a good day. You speak truly. Thank you, friend.
Yeah, you speak truly. So...
Also, I'm just gonna be real. It makes me really sad that a lot of people on the internet suddenly decided that Ulysses was just super pretentious. And just decided it was like, oh, it's a bear, bull, bear, bull.
Bull, bear, 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 bull, bear.
And he's like, okay, you're right, but he still drops some of the hardest bars in the Fallout universe.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
He is
there is a point to be made about how, like, why doesn't he just say NCR and Legion? Like, why does he talk so flowery? Or why is his speech so flowery? And, like, one thing I heard somebody say was that he's a reference to James Joyce, and that's James Joyce, like how James Joyce writes. I have no idea if that's true.
Crap, man, I don't know. Maybe it was just they were like, okay, so we have this voice actor. Listen, He did some auditions and like they listed some of his like samples for like his like demo reels, and they were like, okay, so we need to write as much dialogue as possible to use this guy's
Yeah.
voice.
Well, it's like the voice actor they got for Joshua
like, that is
Graham
one
is also
yeah.
like let's keep this dude talking.
Yeah. I mean, he's no Ulysses, but I mean that's just not fair.
Yeah.
Because I could like people are like, oh, I could listen to him. I would legitimately listen to Ulysses read a phone book.
Yeah. You'd be like, oh, Aaron Aronson? Yeah.
He goes like,
Aaron Aronson.
It's like,
Aaron A. Aronson. 662 111.
you're like doxing some real person in like upper Mississippi right now.
yeah, I just had to be like, okay. I can
No, I'm
use
pretty
my
sure
own area
662
code.
is like the whole top of the state, dude.
Yeah.
It's not just where you're from.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like I know I can use my area code and I won't feel bad, but like just do 111-111.
Yeah. Well, also about the area code thing, it's like most people around here have 901 because it's weird. It's like I don't know if it's because like the first like cell phone providers that they went to were just in the city, and that's why everybody has like Memphis area phone numbers. But Manny, I'm looking for Craig. I guess Boone's in his room.
Manny Ramirez.
Welcome back. Sure thing. Have a look.
Ramirez, do everything.
They know mid 2000s Boston Red Sox fans. Okay, tough crowd.
Yeah.
Come.
All right, let's see. I guess Craig. Wait, isn't Boone's room like marked as like trespassing if you go into it?
I think so.
Boone is just
Beat it.
he's mad at me.
He's just like, can you please get
I'm ready
get
when
out
you
of
are.
my room, please?
So hold on.
Have you ever taken his hat?
No.
I did once, and when I got out of the inventory window, he just said, I would really like my hat back, please. And I immediately gave it back to him. Because I was just like, I don't know what he'll do. I don't want to find out. It's like, I don't think the courier can beat Boone in a fair fight.
Yeah, like canonical Courier versus canonical Boone.
And it's just the new Grand Canyon being formed.
But yeah, so Boone, who I forgot I gave a set of combat armor to, Boone was standing in the back of his hotel room, and he would like picked something up out of a container, and then he like spun around and ran up to me and told me to beat it because I was trespassing.
I just like, get out of my room. He's like, I'm trying to keep my room clean.
He's like, get out of my goon cave. I thought there were...
That concept just upsets me.
Yeah.
As it should.
Yeah, I was going to say it should. Wondering, I thought there were ghouls that... Oh!
All mine.
Boone, what was that? Like, Boone was taking shots at this feral ghoul, and he's just like... "Grr!" I always loved the story, the emergent storytelling of what's in a ghoul's pockets. Because it's like one of my favorite ones is a guy looted a feral ghoul, and it had a belt, like a leather belt and a pack of cigarettes in his pocket. And the guy was just like, Dad?
Yeah. Yeah. We've all been there. Who among us?
Well, not me. I like that, Boone, you're in my scope, bro. Oh no, Boone!
Boone's just like, you think I care if you muzzle me? It's not like you can actually hurt me. You're like, no, Boone, I'm playing on hardcore. Oh crap, thanks for the heads up.
Eat this.
Yeah, I ended up reloading a save at some point because Boone and Eddie
Decided
both
you
got
needed
killed.
to stand in front of you.
Well, no, like, we got ambushed by a Legion hit squad, and they are so tanky, it's not even funny.
Oh yeah, no, they're quite good.
And there was like a Legion Centurion that had he had like a super sledge, and he ran up. Being able to hit me through the fence is not nice. Anyway, he the Legion Centurion just ran up and one-shot Eddie with the sledgehammer. Just absolutely just dead.
I would never forgive someone if they did that to Eddie in my set. Eddie's a good kid. I would die for him. I would die for that little robot.
He's a sweet little boy. That's why that's why the quest is Eddie, my love. Ah, stim packs,
Just like
drugs. I love in this engine when you know some developer, like some environmental artist, sat here like painstakingly stacking these bottles on top of each other on this table and placed like stim packs and stuff like that, and then the moment you pick up the stim packs, the bottles just careen off onto the ground. Like, it's like the physics in this engine make no sense.
The physics are just like, you thought you did something, didn't you?
It's like all of a sudden me grabbing that stim pack turned gravity on. Wow, those ghouls killed this Nightkin. Oh, there were 2 of them. It's just this Nightkin just has ant meat.
Hey man, do you not?
Oh, Jet. Gonna start doing so many drugs, man. You're like in game, right?
You're in game, right? Bro, please say in game.
I'll take those grenades, why not? Well, I know
With grenades.
I know why. Oh, like, I'm not taking those mines because oh, this is the evil thing, is when they place a bunch of bottle caps on a chessboard.
Yeah.
Because there's like no way to pick up the bottle caps without picking up the chessboard. And then I'm gonna forget to take the chessboard out of my inventory.
And then you're just gonna throw yourself off a building. As one does.
What? Just, oh yeah, whenever I just pick up a chessboard and forget it's in my inventory, I just have to commit suicide.
Yep.
Sorry, we're on YouTube. We have to unalive ourselves. Hopefully we can move past that soon. Move past the self-censorship of social media.
So we're just coddling the American mind.
Come on now. This feral ghoul's like, I don't know what's shooting me, but it's that way.
I don't know what's shooting me, but if it doesn't stop, I'm going to be very upset.
Hey, the other day when you brought it up, Did you buy Arma?
No.
Okay. Well, I was
Why would I
gonna
do that?
I was gonna say if you did. So the problem we had in the past of trying to play Arma together was we just could not get into a game together.
Right.
And the system is not well, I don't know how much of it might have been the fact that one of us was in Brazil. And I don't know if there was any kind of server side shenanigans on that part, but yeah, I think it would be fun to do something with it if we could work out those kinks. How are there are still so many ferals here. Also, is it not weird that you get positive karma for killing feral ghouls? I guess the implication is that it's an
act of mercy.
Well, I guess that's... See, I was going to go for it's a societal good. Like, they are dangerous for the community, so you're... Like, everybody can agree that they're dangerous. Oh my gosh, I was expecting him to keep running, and I was... What is he doing? Oh, he figured out how to run. Boone, we have contact rear.
He doesn't even look, he just points the rifle behind him and just ends.
Yeah.
Problem.
Now, my favorite thing about having Boone is when you're just walking along in the desert, and then you just hear, "You're mine!" and you hear a gunshot, and your camera gets, like, snatched into a kill cam.
It's just the average experience with me on Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's just like, gotcha.
Got him.
It's just like, that's not even a record.
We need to keep playing some Ground Branch to figure out if that's even, like, a viable strategy to have somebody on, like, Sniper Overwatch.
Right.
Or if it's just kind of a waste of time. Alright, I need to drop some of this stuff before I go inside. Some of the stuff I picked up that I don't need. I have anything I could combine? No, I think I'm under 190, and I think 190 is where I drop to when I go inside. There is actually, if I remember correctly, there is a back way into the Repcon facility that takes you, like, straight to where the Nightkin are. And I'm gonna check that out. This is gonna be the story of...
All about how your life got turned upside down.
Yeah, this is gonna be the story about how me and Boone got killed in the sewers underneath this place. Yeah, it's right here. Oh, it requires a key. Ugh.
A key?
Yeah, now I'm like, where... Boone, I almost just shot Boone. He just ran around the corner and spooked me. It's just a skeleton in the middle of some, like, radiation with a bottle of absinthe and some drugs. Like, bro, same.
I mean, who among us?
Who among us hasn't died in a pool of radioactive waste surrounded by those we love? Meaning drugs and a bottle of absinthe.
It happens to the best of us. Truly.
Spirit. Dun, 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 absinthe. Dun, 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 dun. Well, I found another back door into the facility, but... Okay. We need to switch to our shotgun because we're going to be indoors.
Now, do you have any of the alternate ammos for it?
I do. I've got slugs and magnum shells, but not a lot.
I mean, granted, all you really need is just the regular buckshot.
Go to
But
the big
still,
room on the east side of this building and take the metal staircase
you ever just
all the way
rip,
up. And
ever just
hurry.
rip a Legionnaire clean in half
Stop waste.
with your hunting shotgun? It feels pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Boone? Boone? Oh my gosh, it's so loud. Like I just hear rawr, like in another room. Just worried Boone's gonna get into it without me. What are you never minding about, Boone? Like, did Boone just have a what was that noise moment?
Do you know?
No, I don't, really. I just know what noises are at all times. Don't you?
No.
Alright, I found some Hydra. After I already used a doctor's bag to hit my head out. Alright, we're going to read a terminal here. Public kitchen. To all RepCon employees, from Emily Niemeyer, facilities manager. Hello, everyone. Please remember that the kitchen is a privilege and not a right. Please clean up after yourselves and remember that a clean kitchen is a happy kitchen. Yep. P.S. Also remember that any food left in the icebox without a date will be thrown away every Friday evening, so date your food. Typical corporate stuff. Welcome to Robco. To all RepCon staff, from Steve Reynolds, Launch Facility Project Manager. Greetings, fellow RepCon employees. I'm happy to announce that we have finalized our deal with Robco. Starting tomorrow, we will be an official Robco facility. I just, like, completely somehow started to read the same line over. Most of you won't notice anything different aside from an increase in benefits. Thank you all for your time and welcome again to the Robco family. Steve. This one had like a corrupted file name. First off, let me say that everyone here is really excited about the merger. It's super to be part of a company as exciting as Robco. Have we got some kinks in the supply chain? Oh, have we got some kinks in the supply chain? Yesterday, a bunch of crates got delivered here containing 2 gross of devices called Stealth Boys. Is it okay if I ask what these things are? Do they really make you invisible? That sounds wild. What will Robco think of next? Let me know if the shipment came here by mistake. No problem if it didn't. I bet you can have a lot of fun with these things. Thanks, Bill Martin. Oh, private server access. Please make sure your people are ready for the Robco visit. We are down to negotiating what the project is worth. So the better the experiment goes tomorrow, the better for all of us. Whoops. Skipped through that one. Sir, I have my team looking into what happened yesterday. I was assured by my best people that the experiment would go off without a hitch. We are starting cleanup of the affected area today, but I'm told it may take decades for the radiation to clear completely.
Heck yeah.
Just make sure that someone is punished for this. This has significantly reduced our position with Robco. I want them to know that we can keep our house in order. So just a little story of something that happened here.
Something went wrong.
Well, you know, something takes a part of me.
I don't know the words to that song by Corn, so I don't even remember what it's called. I just that Freak on a Leash?
Yes,
or...
that's Freak on a Leash.
Okay.
Something takes a part of me.
I don't even. Like, I could probably like convince Rock Band that I know it just by making just.
Well, yeah, it's like Rock Band.
Like, but
oh gosh.
I get to
Something takes a part of me.
Well, with Rock Band, you don't like you can just like hit the right volume and it counts it. Like I think Rock Band is why a bunch of people who can't sing think they can sing.
Yeah.
Because they were playing, you know, they were hitting that falsetto note on "Creep" by Radiohead.
I'm a creep.
But, and they actually can't hit that falsetto.
I'm a weirdo. Yeah,
What?
but they weren't playing on expert, so they don't know that.
So you were like talking about you don't know the words to "Freak on a Leash," dude. I don't either.
I just know something takes a part of me.
Something takes
You
a
and
part
I were
of
meant
me.
to be?
I don't know.
Like during the chorus, it's like you and I were meant to be.
No, wait. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be. And then I think he says a cheap F for me to lay.
Yes, I believe that is correct.
And he says,
Then he says
something takes a and then it's like something takes a part of me, and then there's like back into like a verse, but then there's like the breakdown, which is the beatboxing.
Or my favorite one from the hit song "Hoops and Ladders." Knick knack paddywhack.
Give a dog a... No, you gotta do it like knick knack paddywhack. Give a dog a bone. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Korn.
Yeah,
and like
you shouldn't be because you're a human being.
Yeah, I have a friend though that I was quoting a Korn song, and he like laughed and he's like, you know, that was the first concert I ever saw. I was like, what? And I forget who he said. It was like Korn and somebody else that was just like, wow. We had finished converting that old generator room into storage as you requested. If you need to get access to the safe, the password is REPCON, but the 3 and the O are numbers.
Yes. Classic OPSEC.
Wait, did this terminal... Huh, okay, no. Boone, what is it? What is it, boy? He was like, you're mine, and I'm just like... He is scoped in on a wall right now, bro.
I mean, here's the thing. I trust Boone's judgment implicitly, so I believe that there is a valid target wherever it is he's pointing that rifle.
He's got high perception, but not...
Nothing yet.
Woo! I got it, Boone, don't worry. Felt like a waste to put that second shell. Ah! I wish you could see the full body flinch I just did.
That is just the most, like... I just step out into this zone in Lords of the Fallen, and I'm just greeted by just, like... Thank you, whale sounds.
Oh, it's a Gojira soundtrack.
That, and I've come to the bridge from Irithyll in Dark Souls 3. Like, and I don't even mean that as like, oh, they copied it. It's just like, anytime I see a bridge like this, I expect either a dragon, or really a wyvern, to swoop in, or I expect the... Oh, good, it's a boss called the Ruiner. That's exactly what I wanted to see.
Okay, I think this is it.
All right, Smoothskin. I'm letting you in. You better watch yourself. I'll sure as hell be watching you.
You ever seen that picture of Prince Philip? That's like, what's the matter, Smoothskin? Never seen a ghoul before?
God, but are you ugly?
Oh, that's
Get upstairs
good.
and talk to
That's
Jason before I throw up just from looking at you.
I'm just gonna, at all points, tell this guy he's not a ghoul.
Your pranks won't work on me, Smoothskin. They won't work on Jason either.
Oh, I forget the fellow's name.
Chris Haversam.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Stop wasting my time, Smoothskin. Go waste Jason's.
But I'm like, hey, you're not a ghoul. And he's like, your pranks won't work on me. No, you're not a ghoul.
He's like, no, really, you're not a ghoul. He's like,
So I think I have to talk to Jason Bright in order for him to give me the key that I can use to go through that back door. Boone. Krieg. Krieg Boone.
Boone Krieg.
Krieghour.
Boone's just a... Remember the dang old end of the Caesar Legion burner.
I was talking about that dang old shot my wife.
Yeah, talking about daggum one for my baby.
Hello, Wanderer.
No.
Please forgive us our humble surroundings.
If I remember, I'll send it to you.
Have you come to help us complete the great journey?
But I have this meme, and it's from an episode of King of the Hill where Bobby is like shooting a rifle, and it's like that, but he's wearing like shades and the red beret, and it says "One for my Bobby."
Yeah.
What's the deal with the human who let me in?
You're referring to Chris. I doubt you had much luck if you tried telling him that he's human.
Deal with the
We had the
human
same
that let
discussions
me
when
in?
you first appeared, and the same lack of success. He believes he is one of us. Soon enough, we realized that Chris was a gift from the Creator. He is integral to the success of the Great Journey.
The Great Journey. What's the Great Journey?
We
Oh,
wish
the
to
Great
escape
Journey. That's what the
barbarity of
Covenant always
wasteland,
talks about in the Halo games.
especially the violence and bigotry of its human inhabitants. The Creator has promised to my flock a new land, a place of safety and healing, a paradise in the far beyond. Preparations for the Great Journey were nearly complete when the demons appeared.
Dude, this guy sounds like every schizo, like, political commentator on my, like, IG recommendations. Because he's like, the Creator told us we've got to escape to the far beyond, and we were on our way, but then the demons attacked.
Okay, so do you follow Schizo Squidward?
No.
Okay, so...
I am
all
Schizo
it is-
Squidward.
So all it is just posts like that, hard cut into this screen cap from an episode of SpongeBob where Squidward is hiding up in this tower, pointing down, and it's kind of Schizo, and it just plays the old NFL theme music.
Wait. Wait, hold on.
Which, like, that is still one of the greatest pieces of music to have ever been composed by a human being, ever, and I will stand by that.
Schizo. I'm not seeing it. Am I spelling something wrong?
It's Schizo.Squidward. I don't know if that would change anything, but...
I don't think this is the right Schizo Squidward I'm looking at. Hold on. I love that it's like, I typed in Squidward. It's like Squidward.cooks. Squidward underscore tentacles underscore Squidward.dies underscore daily. Squidward the creator. Squidward Galaxy Gas daily.
Squidward dies daily. Wow, that's depressing. Wait. Let me see if I can. Because now I'm kind of upset that it doesn't just immediately appear.
You know, SpongeBob is why it's called Bikini Bottom.
Elaborate.
No.
Just becomes that guy that Wheeler's talked about. He's like, yeah, there's this dude that in an interview, he's like, yeah, so I died, but then I realized it wasn't my time to go, so I just came back to life. And the lady interview was like, elaborate on that. He's like, no further questions, and just gets up and leaves.
It's opened a DM on Instagram, and it's like, they're not war crimes if you're pure of heart.
Pure of heart, smooth of brain.
Tell me more about these demons.
The demons appeared from nowhere. Except it might be more accurate to say they never
Are you
actually
also going to tell
appeared
him
at
to
all.
fulfill his craving
The
for
demons are
bargains at the
invisible.
Circus of Value?
Where one of them stands, the most one sees is the air shimmering, like sunlight on water. They set upon us as we were on our way to worship one morning. We had just entered the basement. My flock fought bravely and killed a few, but at such cost. Nearly half of us died or went missing. The rest of us retreated up here. One of the demons raved at us, but they have not tried to attack us since. Still, their demonic presence brought all progress towards the great journey to a standstill. But now you have come. Once again, the Creator has sent a human to help us across a seemingly insurmountable obstacle.
What were you saying? I couldn't hear you over the dialogue in game.
Oh no, I was just yapping.
Card Kingdom sent me a text about Aether Drift being available for order. It's like,
oh yeah.
Hope you've saved up a blue shell. I'm not giving up first place. It's like, okay.
Okay, so I got that too, and I just wanted to reply back cringe. But so the account is actually called original.squidzo. So Squidzo.
You could DM me a post.
I could, but
and that would take me straight to it.
But that would be too simple.
All right.
I'm just gonna.
What the devil?
Oh, that was just like their first post.
Yeah, you sent like a whole live stream. It's just like, why is this man wearing a Squidward mask? What the devil?
Oh, that was just like their first post.
Yeah, you sent like a whole. Okay. What is the far beyond?
I have glimpsed it only in visions, Wanderer, but what I have seen is truly miraculous. It is a place of light and healing, and I know in my soul that my flock will be safe there.
How will you make the journey?
The means by which the great journey is to be accomplished are an article of faith, not to be discussed with outsiders.
Okay. You say one of the demons raved at you?
Yes, over the intercom. Threats of death should we step outside. Guarantees of safety should we stay locked away. It went on for hours, and did not always make sense. But that was the first day only. Since then, silence. Will you drive away the demons, Wanderer?
Sure, I'll take care of the demons for you.
Praise the Creator. Bless you, Wanderer. Bless us all. As soon as the underground has been rid of demons, preparations for the great journey can resume.
So yeah, like, we're gonna be like that band that you like, Sam.
Which one? There's two of them.
Demon Hunter.
Hey.
I mean, yeah, that is factually true.
I've never actually... I don't know that I've ever actually heard one of their songs.
They're perfectly good. Like, I don't know, like, listening to any of their songs would make you just, like, a fan for life. But
Yeah.
they're good. Like,
I just
their older
wonder...
stuff especially.
I wonder how much of it I would just listen. And
I
it
mean,
would...
now they're just basically dad rock, but...
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I wonder how much of it would be like, if I listened to it, I'd just be like, yep, this is generic, like, rock music.
And the answer is more of it than one would think, because, well, they made it long enough to just become dad rock, which is the goal for bands like that. Either you live long enough to see yourself leave the faith. No, either you die in apostate or live long enough to see yourself become dad rock.
Where does Creed fit in? Because Creed was at least like a nominally Christian band,
But
and
then they,
there was the incident, the Kid Rock strip club incident, the corrupting influence of the warp.
Yeah, just Kid Rock is just Horus.
No, like Kid Rock is a greater demon of Slanesh, and sorry, that even got me that I said that. But does coffee affect? I need to actually eat something. Okay. I was just like walking, and then all of a sudden I just slowed down like I was over encumbered. It's because my hunger level increased. Because I forgot to eat after I slept. Oh.
I mean, that's a classic blunder, is forgetting to eat after you sleep, man. I wake up and I'm starving myself.
Well, for me...
And that's not even true. I never
Oh.
hunger anymore.
I was gonna say, you have a tiny stomach, so I don't believe you.
I am physically incapable of hunger.
Boone, will you hold on to this hunting revolver for me?
Fine by me.
Hey, hold on. Boone's inventory right now is his hat, his armor, his clothes, his glasses, and a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, that's everything.
It's everything you need.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like Pat in one of his streams mentioned that like he gives Boone an anti-material rifle. I was like, that's just not fair. Like,
I mean, sure, but I feel like, I don't know, like
Boone doesn't even need it?
Yeah, because his unique like companion rifle is like that you cannot obtain.
Yeah.
He does fine with it.
Yeah. Like when it's like, why would he need the anti-material?
Can't run from me.
He already just decimates everything.
Stop messing around with the intercoms.
It's like
What? Dude, hold on. I'm just in like the lobby, and I just shot a feral ghoul, and I'm like walking around, and my grabs my camera, zooms it in on the intercom, and Chris is like, Stop messing around with the intercom, smooth skin. I didn't. Like, sir, this is an Arby's.
Arby's? This is a sir.
Wendy's? I barely Arby's. Have I given you my whole speech about how I can't stand white women saying Starbies to refer to Starbucks? It's like...
I mean, no, but that's one of the least surprising things you've ever said to me.
That or them saying Starbs. Let's go get some Starbs. Let's get some Starbies. If I'm like, telling you, for one, if I'm on a date with a woman and she has to go to Starbucks, I'm going to reconsider the date.
It's like, date over.
Like, I've had too much good coffee to go there. You know, it's amazing to me that you can be the most prolific, like, coffee shop in the world.
And still be hot garbage.
And not have great coffee. Like, and I don't mean, like, listen, if what you like is a dessert drink.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't judge. If you like a frappuccino, this or that, whatever. I don't like listen, every now and then I enjoy having a cafe au lait, cafe con leche kind of deal, you know.
Man, I'm just over here just like give me the caramel macchiato ice.
Sure. And like I've got no problem with iced coffee or anything, but it's like well, and like I was actually thinking about this, the whole like stereotypical thing of like the white dude going to Starbucks and being like, I just want a coffee. I just want a black coffee. I don't want one of them frilly. And it's like, listen, if you go into a coffee shop, I don't care where it is in the world, if you don't know how to order a black coffee, like just a coffee that's not with anything added to it, that's your fault. Like, if you don't know how to walk into a coffee shop and order an Americano...
Yeah, because I was about to say, would you not just say, I want an Americano?
Yeah, so it's like... Yeah, I mean... Every time I go to a coffee shop, I get a Americano, and I have no difficulty ordering it. I walk in, and I'm like, yeah, I'd like an Americano. And sometimes they might even say, what size? You know,
and then you just say venti.
I don't think I can handle a venti. Like I'm most days I'll drink 2 cups of coffee, but like spaced out. I don't think I want 20 ounces of coffee.
I don't know, man. Like maybe I'm just like broken inside, but like caffeine just doesn't really do anything for me.
You are notably neurodivergent.
Yeah.
Like, I know somebody that was diagnosed with ADHD as an adult, that he drank energy drinks a lot.
Oh yeah, same.
And
in this world, yes, I'm talking about you.
No, yeah. No, but it's basically like self-medication. That's what it is. And like we could argue that with you and your tendency for many years to drink a lot of like Mountain Dew and stuff like that, like going for that much sugar, that was you like self-medicating the ADHD brain. But
you know, my psych nurse actually brought that up. She's like, yeah, so like obviously of course like you did have the surgery, but like also like even like your doctor has told you that your results are not like what he normally sees. And Adderall, a lot of people with ADHD, if they're obese and they start actually like and they respond well to Adderall, they are able to stop being obese. So yeah, there's a non-zero chance that you may not have needed the surgery. And it's like, well, we're already here.
Yep, too late now.
I mean, unironically.
No take backsies.
Yeah, because after they removed the part of the stomach, they remade it.
Spot for you. Keep you on target.
Craig, I don't think that's how scopes work, but okay.
Look.
He's like, it's dark in here. If you use a scope, I can spot for you. Gosh dang, Nightkin!
I don't know, like, if Boone told me anything about, like, firearms, I'd just be like, yeah, that's probably true. Like, even if it were, like, demonstrably false.
He's like, oh, I see you're using a 12-gauge shotgun. That takes 20-gauge shells.
You're like, yeah, actually, you know what, Boone? You're right.
No, it's just 40K orc logic. Because Boone says it, it's true.
Yeah.
Hello, Nightkin. Ooh, crap. Cripple his legs! Jeez. Man, these Nightkins don't have any loot. It's like, ah, yes, a nice, tasty rebar club on my guns character.
Look, man.
Craig.
Once you get past the concrete, the rebar actually has a certain je ne sais quoi. It's quite nice. But you have to bake the club for a bit to soften.
We talking about a sandwich?
No.
Ah, man, I love that you can disarm enemies. Okay, well this...
Did you take bloody mess?
No, I said disarm, not dismember.
I know.
You're saying disarm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm being hyper literal because, you know...
Tism.
Oh, I'm your divergent and quirky. I actually had an honest-to-God moment, like, last week where I had to be like, Sam, you're being overly literal because of the tism. Like, not even, like, in a conversation, just because I was, like, sitting there like, well, but, like, and, like, someone that I know that works as a teacher in Oklahoma shared this thing about a bill that is being considered that would redefine certain, like, education spending as medical spending because it's in the context of, like, education spending that's used to address like, certain like, medically based special needs that students have in their individual education programs. And it's like, okay, like, in and of itself, like, I don't mind like there being funding to make sure that like children that need like an alternative communication device like can have one at school. That's if you just have to tax me, do it for stuff like that. Like, but she and a few other people that were commenting on it were like, no, but like when it directly impacts a student's ability to learn, like it is education spending. I was like, no, it's not. I mean, it's still medical, or like it's because it's addressing. And then I was like, Sam, stop being hyper literal. You know what they mean.
But do you know what they mean?
Intellectually, yes, I do.
Intellectually, yes.
However, the blue puzzle piece is like, no, but it says it's education spending and it's not. Yeah, that's what the blue puzzle piece sounds like, in case you ever wondered.
If that's what it sounds like... It's like, fellas, that's not your wife. That's a schizoaffective disorder.
Hell, fellas, that's not your blue puzzle piece. That's paranoid schizophrenia.
I was actually trying to look at some different mental illnesses last night. Okay, because I was wanting...
I mean, I know, like, there's a content which you can actually...
Yeah, I was wanting to find something... Because I'd like for our group to do, you know, a little bit of Vampire the Masquerade sometime. And I was thinking about, like interesting ways to play Malkavians.
Yep.
Because it doesn't have to be. Well, that's like Jeanette slash
Jeanette. I know that's not correct.
Yeah.
Like, the idea of it being that dumb and obvious.
No, well, anyway, they that's a dissociative identity disorder.
Correct.
That they have. And oh, I forgot about the spacesuit. It's so goofy looking, but I love it. Oh yeah, Mentats. Let me just take these while I'm here. Ooh, and okay. Anyway, they and then there's in one of the visual novels there is a Malkavian character that she I guess it's a dissociative identity disorder, but more of the stereotypical multiple personalities thing. And what it is she's like a live streamer, and her chat is her different identities. And she talks to you via like her phone having this like the different chat like members, the different chat identities talking to you. Well, anyway, so I was thinking like different ways that you could play a Malkavian that wasn't just stereotypically that.
Okay, how am I supposed to bring this
get
creature
it, you
to
big dumb. Hey,
the light
you're not one
wyvern
of
is
those
just a
things out there.
two-headed wyvern.
Who the hell
That's
are you?
just great, Lords of the Fallen.
I forgot about this guy.
And I bet he told you it's the Creator's will for you to risk your ass instead of him, right? Well, good luck with that. I'd give you a hand, but no thanks. I may look like a corpse, but I'm partial to living.
You don't look like the other ghouls from Bright's group.
Guess the outfit gives that away, huh? I never did buy into that religious mumbo-jumbo with the robes and all that shit. It gets lonely out in the wastes, okay? And I don't have to tell you that Bright's group has got some fine-looking ghoulettes in it. Or maybe I would have to tell you. Anyway, I helped them out, and they kept me supplied with ammo and pleasant company.
Like, why? Okay, so, alright, I'm exploring down through these tunnels and everything, and I open this door and get camera grabbed by a ghoul named Harland. And...
Harland Ellison?
It just occurred to me. He technically could be a reference to that. But, anyway, so he's like, you know, I've been trapped down here or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, you've got no reason to be hostile towards this guy, and the first option is, looks like I gotta kill you.
Well, yeah, because, you know, you gotta have your just no reason hostility in a game.
You know, I was watching...
It's not a Bethesda style.
Yeah, I was watching a review of Avowed, and the reviewer was talking about how you really what got me? Oh my gosh. All right. You really shouldn't murder Hobo. But there is a point in the story where it makes sense for your character to go murder Hobo. And I'm just sitting there like, do people really play RPGs like that where they just all they're thinking about is, can I kill this person?
Or like, how can I be like quirky?
Yeah, well, and it's like I was thinking about in Kingdom Come Deliverance, there is, like, at the start of the game, your dad sends you to collect a debt from a guy who bought some stuff but didn't pay for it, and basically, like, you end up in a fist fight with this guy, and because I think the fist fighting in that game's terrible and I'm not good at it, I, like, lose fist fighting him, and he's just, like, he treats me like garbage. He's just so awful to me. Well, then, like, after the whole, like, start of the game, when you end up going to like the main city in kind of the like second act of the game. When you go to that like main city, you he's there. That guy's there, and he's a refugee, and he's literally like on the street begging. And I ended up pickpocketing him at some point, and he had like a book on thievery. And I did not feel bad about pickpocketing him and stealing his stuff, but I did think, like, I was thinking, is there a way I can kill this guy and like get away with it? And it's just because of how he treated me, not because I just have this need to murder everything in sight in an RPG. So it's like, I don't get the murder hobo thing of, oh, there's a trip. See, I probably hit a tripwire that I didn't see. There are... Alright, Boone, I've got this. Thanks for not interfering, Boone. I appreciates it. No! I realized as I interacted with the terminal that it said rigged terminal. It killed me.
Yeah, feels good, man.
What? What blew up? What did that? Boone, what did that?
Boone, analysis.
And Boone's just standing here like, I don't know. You opened that health kit and something
Boom.
exploded.
Like, thank you. Very astute.
He's like, you need to go into your inventory and eat some food.
I know.
He's like, you might be a little bit dehydrated. You might want to get something on that too.
But Boone, I know.
Okay.
You should really find that trusty Vault 13 canteen.
I've got it. What are you talking about? Find it.
No, I'm just like, Boone would just like giving you advice that you should already know. You're like,
oh yeah, okay.
Boone, but he's unhelpful.
Jeez, I'm just paranoid about random explosions now.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, why is he hostile?
That's just my natural state.
Why did that guy go hostile? Oh, he dropped a hunting rifle. Give me that. Drop some ammo too. Now I can set up a proper... His body is down on the floor, but his jaw is over here because Boone does not mess around. Alright, I'm over encumbered.
Boone's name is from mess around.
That's a boom, 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 boom. I like how when you take the healing powder, it's like an eating sound. Like, yeah, I just need to crunch real quick.
Oh, shit.
Like, I guess he didn't like that I got up here behind him, but I don't know why he was instantly hostile like that. I can't interact with the... See, now I'm scared to touch terminals, even though I know that one's not rigged.
Not rigged yet.
It's like, terminal, not rigged. It's like, oh, okay, so it's safe to touch it? It's like, no.
No. It's not rigged, bro. Trust me.
I'm still like, golly, like one of the things about hardcore is that things like your stim packs and your healing powder and stuff, it works over time.
Right.
And it just, it really feels like it takes forever to get healed up. I wonder if it has something to do with me being, like, having some radiation sickness as well. Sure, that doesn't help. Okay, I don't think I've gone through that. No, I haven't gone through this door. Oh, maybe there's some food in here to eat. Yes. You ever just eat a whole steak?
Yeah. I mean, not recently, but yeah.
I actually went to a grocery store recently that typically has those, they're called chuck eyes.
Yeah.
And they're usually pretty affordable. I don't know what the price is like on them now because everything's more expensive, but they're usually more affordable, and they're just super good little steaks. And since I just don't have, like when I was younger, I could easily put away like a 20-ounce ribeye, and now I'm like, that's 2 meals, man. Ooh, jeez. Boone, don't do it! Boone, get back! Oh. Have to protect my son. Actually, I'm not going to pick up that... I'm not going to pick up that flamer fuel. Oh, I just tried to turn my Pip-Boy light on and it was on. It's just that dark in here. Okay, excuse me, Craig. So, a funny thing for you. Something that was in Fallout 2 but wasn't in the first Fallout game was being able to move your companions.
Right.
So, like, if your companion stood in a doorway in the first game, you were stuck.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Even.
Yeah, it was notable change. Notable change in the second game. Actually, I'll tell you something interesting. There is a... Oh, my steak wore off and now I'm over encumbered. Don't you hate when that happens? Yeah, there's a mod for the first game. It's called, like, Fallout Et 2.
Yeah.
And it puts in a bunch of, like, features from 2 into the first game. But I've heard some people argue that since there's features from the first game missing from the second game, that really that's what they should do is there should be a mod for 2 that does the same thing in reverse. But mostly just like one of the things you can do in the first game but you can't in the second is talk to people. You can use a feature to talk to people specifically where you ask them about something that you type in. Yeah. Yeah. So one of the things you can do is like you can actually circumvent certain skill checks. For example, in the first town, there is a... I'm going to drop these pulse grenades. In the first town, there's a guy that you can talk to, and if you have a high enough science skill, you'll have a dialogue option to talk to him about crop rotation. And you get a bunch of experience points and stuff for teaching this farmer about crop rotation. But if you don't have the high enough skill, if you just use the talk about feature and type in like crop rotation, you can tell him about it.
Right.
So that's
you just walk up to him and just apropos of nothing, just say crop rotation. He's like,
yeah.
Rotating crops. Interesting.
Have you seen that meme? I think it's a tweet from a girl where she says something like, I laughed at you and said your crop rotation idea was stupid, setting our tribe back hundreds of years. To figure out how to get out of here. I think I came from this way. Just follow the dead bodies back out. That's the strategy. Okay, well this quest didn't go as poorly as I thought. In that both Craig and I are alive. Just start calling all of the companions by a different name than what they give you. Just start referring to Veronica using her last name.
I just call her Vero, and she's like, don't be weird.
Oh, no. Call her Vera because it's Vera Keys that you get. Yeah, like, it's Vera Keys' dress that you get, and it's even weirder considering that it's Vera Keys' voice that Christine gets. So it's like you're calling Veronica by her girlfriend's, like, new voice name.
She's just like, don't be weird.
Is the way clear?
Like that. Don't be weird.
The demons are gone, Schizo.
Praise the Creator, and bless you, Wanderer. The way is clear. I will lead my flock through the basement to the sacred site. I hope you will come find us there, Wanderer. There is much to be done.
Oh, dude, you know one of my favorite things in this engine, specifically in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, is whenever NPCs are like, okay, we need to change location, so they all just start running full speed. The Bright Followers changed into their spacesuits. Just kind of out of nowhere.
And they look like those, what are they called in Doctor Who that are in the spacesuits that the ghouls look nothing like? That I'm trying to make a really hamstringed reference to.
Beats me.
Me too.
I'll say
we're
this.
We're just gonna sandbag that one?
Yeah, something I was actually thinking about is I need to go back and keep watching Matt Smith's run as the Doctor, because originally I didn't care for him as the Doctor, and then after, I know this is kind of silly, but after seeing Matt Smith's performance in House of the Dragon, I was like, holy cow, this guy is actually a really good actor.
He's got legs.
So I wanted to like revisit, and I watched the first few episodes of his run as the Doctor, and I was like, whoa, this guy's actually great. I really like him as the Doctor. And not only do I like him as the Doctor, but like I would like to stick out that series.
One last time before I descended to the launch pad, Wanderer. I want you to know that we will remember for all eternity how you delivered us to the threshold of the great journey. Our preparations are nearly complete, but the rockets that will carry us to salvation are yet missing vital components. If you would still help us, Wanderer, speak to Chris. He can tell you what is missing. There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer. Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you always.
No problem. Are you seriously going to make your great journey on those rockets?
Yes. The rockets will convey us to our promised land in the far beyond. Vision upon vision has confirmed it.
Those rockets will convey you and your flock straight into the ground.
I understand your concerns, friend, and I thank you for voicing them. But the Creator's will for us has been made manifest.
Let's talk about Chris.
After all that you have done for us, I suppose you deserve to know everything. When Chris came to us, we tried to convince him that he was human. But this only angered him. He seemed lost. We decided to let him stay with us for a few days, over the course of which we learned that his technical skills far surpassed our own. It became clear that the Creator had sent him to us, to ensure the success of the great journey. Equally clear was that Chris should labor in blessed ignorance of his humanity, and his inability to make the journey himself. It is no coincidence that two humans have been vital to the success of the great journey. It is my belief that the Creator sent you and Chris to expiate the sins of your kind against mine. You are redeemers both.
So you're gonna leave Chris behind.
Such is the Creator's will. Vision upon vision has shown me that were Chris to accompany us, he would die in minutes. The radiation around the launch pad alone would kill Chris in minutes. The radioactivity of the far beyond is much stronger.
Nice.
Well, it's none of my business. Wow, you really pulled the wool over his eyes. Or, you've been using Chris. It's despicable. Despicable.
That's terrible.
Terrible.
I take no pleasure in hiding the truth from Chris, but it is the Creator's will to which I must submit.
Goodbye, Jason.
There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer. Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you always.
Jason. Jason?
Jason.
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 The balloon. Gotta find the balloon.
The balloon!
Jason says that I am to cooperate with you on the final tasks necessary to launch the great journey.
Oh, you don't remember? The balloon.
No. I do. It's just the fact that, like, everybody mentions, like, press X to Jason, but the fact that you went deeper on the cut was really funny to me. Dude, yeah. I don't know how long it's been available, but that's available on PC now. And so now PC players can enjoy the bad game.
Yeah, so they can enjoy a game that literally has a plot hole the size of...
The size of David Cage's ego. the size of David Cage's inappropriate infatuation with Elliot Page.
Yeah.
Do you think when Elliot Page transitioned and everything, do you think that David Cage had, like, some kind of crisis?
No.
He's looking at the scrapbook, and he's like, I am, how you say, in love with the man?
You see, because again, you're presupposing that David is simultaneously too stupid and too intelligent.
He's like, he's French, so I've got to do, like, stereotypically, like, he's, like, smoking a cigarette. So he's like, what is a dead name? I don't understand.
He is Schrodinger's retard. Quite frankly.
He is, how you say, stupid.
Yes. You must forgive David.
He is, how you say, gross.
Working order. Soon they'll take us to the far beyond.
He
I was
is
skeptical at first, of course.
And I don't just mean by this ridiculous
Jason
accent.
is certain, and I believe in Jason.
So hold on. So Chris is trying to talk like a ghoul, which means he sounds like somebody trying to do a Dunmer, like Morrowind Dunmer voice. He's like 2 seconds away from being like, he's like, New Vegas, city of lights, city of magic.
He's just so close to just letting Caesar know that he's just a swit.
I was close to completing
Kaiser, you Inwa.
before we were driven into hiding on the top floor. 2 components were missing. A quantity of isotope 239 igniting agent
up on an
and a set of thrust control
assassin
modules.
that die.
The igniting agent is highly radioactive and decays quickly. That's why we can't use the drums that leak down on the launch pad. It's no longer potent enough. I need you to find an intact, shielded container of the igniting agent. As for the thrust control modules, they were custom built for these rockets. They won't even launch without them.
Someone just hits him with the mark of Kaiser.
All right.
We're
Anything
watching
else?
you.
Can you give me any tips for my current task?
Repcon has been ransacked so many times by scavengers, it's hard to know where the components might turn up. If they turn up. Jason has mentioned some industrial ruins to the east that are supposed to be highly radioactive.
Alright, time for me to go. I I'm pretty proud of the New Vegas City of Light, City of Magic line.
No, that was solid. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, just start replacing Mr. House's dialogue with Dagoth. So he's like when you like break in to kill him, he's like, "I'm a god. How can you kill a god?"
Not even that. He's just you open his little pod. He just, is this how you honor the Sixth House and the tribe unmourned?
Is this how you honor Mr. House?
Mr.
Right.
House welcomes you, my incarnate friend. But to this place where destiny's made, why'd you come unprepared?
Mr. House and the like, is this how you honor the sixth courier? The sixth courier. The sixth courier and Mr. House unmourned.
I hate that works because he's courier. That's,
yeah.
That feels too intense.
They're like, you know, Fallout New Vegas really is the spiritual successor to Morrowind. Like, just absolute insane opinion.
Just hinged takes.
Hey, it's got to be true. It's on the same engine.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, the thing is, though, like, it can't be because Mr. House doesn't have a. There's no false platinum chip.
What did you get the false copy of the platinum chip?
Shame on you, Courier 6. How could you be so naive? He's
just House Wave instead of Dagoth Wave.
There's no escape. No fast travel or quick save can work in this place.
Man, imagine how powerful Courier 6 would be with Mark and Recall.
Yeah, if he could just achieve Chim.
Chim.
Oh no, that's like a canonical thing, like that Vivek will not fight the Nerevarine, and he'll straight up tell you, he's like, yeah, because like you may not understand, but you have access to Chim. Like, you can just basically keep quick saving, and the Nerevarine is like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about, Vivek?
He's like, what are you talking about, Vivek? You sound like a crazy person.
Like, yeah, I know. That's what Chim does to a man. That's what Chim does to a Dunmer.
I forgot I've been carrying around a BB gun this whole time.
I mean, yeah.
I've actually been thinking about buying a Red Ryder BB gun. Like, just the classic, like, really it's...
But you shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, theoretically, I could set it up, like, in my back, like, set up, like, cans in my backyard and shoot them. It's, like, it'd be pretty safe. Like, I could honestly just sit here at my computer desk and just open the window
and just plink.
Just start plinking.
And BB guns are very quiet.
Yeah.
They don't make a whole lot of noise.
Welcome back. Can I get you?
All right, Cliff, did you have any...
Sure thing. Have a look.
Did you have any hunting rifle mods? That's what we're on now. We're on hunting rifle mods. And see, now that we've moved on to hunting rifle mods...
Come back soon.
Cliff, I can't help but notice that the door to this room is open. And it doesn't count as stealing for me to take that rocket. I think I only need one of the little toy rockets, but I think there's like, since they're flagged as quest items, how am I still? Oh my gosh, I took Rad away earlier. It only takes away 9 Rads for 10 seconds. Whoops, accidentally opened the console. Actually, you know what, I could pay this doctor to cure my radiation instead of using my...
Your precious Rad away.
What can I do for you?
Oh yeah, I'll have her cure my addictions too.
Pipe down. We can't talk about that here, out in the open.
And he's like,
oh,
Doc,
you mean
I
you
think
want
I'm
a cure?
hooked on something.
Oh.
This doctor is great because if you try to barter with her for medical supplies, you're like, I need medical supplies. She's like, yeah, and I need sterile medical supplies. Also, I just noticed the way this one of her guards looks. He's like halfway in my screen over here, and he has like the grossest facial hair, and he looks like the Dracula Flow guy.
He's just over
Okay,
here.
there you are.
It ain't nothing to me,
The convulsions
man.
should stop in the next 1 to 12 weeks. If they don't, try holding on to something that's very still.
She said the convulsions should stop in the next 1 to 12 weeks, and if they don't, try holding on to something still.
What can I do for you?
I mean, yeah. That's as good
Are
as
you sure?
medical advice gets sometimes.
You won't be able to read in the
man.
dark as well. Okay. And remember, if this doesn't help, try taking a bath in tomato juice.
She said if her radiation cure doesn't work, that I should take a bath in tomato juice. Tomatoes, canonically still in existence in New Vegas. Instead of the weird... Like, okay, I don't understand if the Tatoes of Fallout 4, if Tato is just a corruption of tomato,
Or a corruption of potato.
or yeah, is it a hybrid plant between a potato and a tomato?
That would make me so sad. Because that would be ruining one
So,
really
you're
good
back.
vegetable
Now, where
with
did we
one
leave off?
god-awful vegetable.
Well, you know...
As it so happens, I do.
Oh, I can't barter her down. That's just going to have to be 500 caps.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I'm gonna say it, man. Tomatoes just aren't good.
I just think
They're
you
made
haven't
of
had
red.
good tomatoes. Like, you haven't had a proper, good, in-season, like, fresh, off-the-vine tomato with a bit of salt. Just...
If you have to add
Or a...
salt to make it taste
Or,
good,
or a...
that means it's bad.
Or a, Okay, yeah. Alright, for the next week, I want you to eat absolutely no salt. And then I want you to check back and tell me how much you want to kill yourself. Good lord, man. You need to put salt on it. Like, and I'll tell you what's really good is you take a good slice of tomato, put some salt and pepper on it, put some mayo on some bread, put that slice of tomato between that bread, and have a tomato sandwich. You don't even need bacon. You don't need anything else. You just need that tomato. It's that good. It's good stuff, man. See, your whole experience with tomatoes is just fast food tomatoes, which are always awful.
No, I mean, I've had, like, actual tomatoes.
Like you know what makes me mad? Like, you get a burger from, like, Sonic, and it has a tomato on it that's, like, the same temperature as the burger. And it's just this, like,
and
mushy...
that the tomato is hot?
No, like, the tomato is, like, this mushy, warm mess instead of being, like, a separate... Well, and then you go to Wendy's, and the tomato is fine, but they put, like, the thickest piece of lettuce known to humankind on it, And then between the tomato, lettuce, and mayo, there's like a tectonic shift on your burger while you're trying to eat it, and it's just dripping mayo. Which, I mean, I like mayo, but it's like it's dripping mayo and it's wet.
Wendy's, if they make a mistake, it's that they tend to go overboard on the sauces.
Yeah. And but I mean, like, I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying, it's like, golly, this is messy. But then you go over to McDonald's and you go, is this a tomato? And they're like, please leave. And
just any question you have, the answer is please leave.
Then you go over to Whataburger, and they're like, you wanted tomato on that? Well, you were supposed to ask. Like, did I tell you about getting the literal nothing burger? Like, me and Tyler went to Whataburger, and I ordered, like, what I wanted was like a double cheeseburger with avocado on it. I wanted just avocado and cheese. And the guy said, you just want avocado on that? And I was like, yeah.
And
so I got two patties. I got two patties, 2 buns, and some avocado. No cheese, no anything.
Let me see. Yes, that's the ignite.
Okay, he needs 5, so I got to go get 4 more.
Indeed.
Okay.
No, like that reminds me of my at Bell's once I specifically told him.
Well,
like,
that's
like
your first problem is you ordered anything at Bell's.
Oh yeah, but this was like years ago. So I was just like, I just want a burger. So it was like, I would like a plain cheeseburger. Now, what is your definition of a plain cheeseburger?
Well, I would imagine a plain cheeseburger is meat and cheese. Honestly, I would think nothing else. Like no ketchup, no mustard, no mayo, and you don't want lettuce or tomato. Like it is just meat and cheese. I want a plain cheeseburger. No, don't dress it up. What did they give you?
They put lettuce and tomato on it.
That's not plain.
Yeah, I know. Which is why I said, without realizing that Glenn Colley had already begun praying for the food, in what universe do these people think that a plain cheeseburger has tomatoes on it?
And then, amen.
Oh no, like he got a huge kick out of it.
Dude,
because I was with Abel's family and
yeah.
Colley, and I didn't realize. I just didn't realize he was praying. And Abel like elbows like, hey, he was like, oh, sorry, my bad. And Glenn just chuckles like, hey, I'll forgive you if you forgive me. Okay.
But
and hence then I've been like, you know what, Glenn Colley, he's cool.
Yeah.
Might disagree with him.
I always disliked.
He's good people.
I always disliked going to Bell's, not just for the fact that they wouldn't let me pay with my money, but on top of that, it's like their burgers are unseasoned. It is just gray cooked ground beef, and it is like no matter what you put on it, it is just too plain, too unflavored, too unseasoned. And they would like every time like Robert would come to town, he's like, hey, let's go over there to eat. And I just like, fine. And like the last time we ever went, I forget the guy's name. His name is Sam something that met us there. And he just kind of was like low key about it. He was like, you know, that they don't really seem to season their burgers here. And I was kind of like, I've been saying this for years.
Welcome back.
I'm so glad to hear someone else. Oh, I don't need to talk to him about the souvenir rockets. I just need to take them.
And Robert was just like, well, Webster's Dictionary defines seasoning.
No, dictionary.com.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing is, like, Bell's is, like, when people would visit us at school, Bell's was, like, the only place they knew of. and they knew that they could get something that most people could agree on as far as food there. But the thing is, and it was funny because people would be like, "What do you mean y'all don't ever eat here? Like students don't ever come here to eat?" Like, well, for one,
well, because students don't typically carry cash.
yeah, I don't ever have cash on me, so I can't pay for anything.
Commonly referred to as the modern world.
Yeah, and the excuse of like, well, we don't do cards because there'd be card fees. It's like, and
that's when you hit them with like, I don't know, this just seems like a front for like
drugs or something. Yeah, but man, I'm telling you, like it's just the food there. Like for one, despite the fact that you're only 100 miles from Memphis, the barbecue there is not good. The barbecue in that town is not good, and they just don't. It's too different. They just get too much wrong. They change too much. But anyway, and plus the barbecue at that restaurant was always baked anyways, like in an oven. It's not smoked, so there's part of your problem.
What?
And then
I feel like that's like a definitional component of.
Yeah, like pork barbecue is supposed to be smoked. It's just that's what makes it barbecue. Like at least throw it on a grill. Like literally anything. But you know, most people's idea, or some people's idea of barbecue is throwing a Boston butt in the oven and cooking it for like 3 hours, and that's barbecue, right? No. Anyway, but their burgers were flavorless. Their barbecue was not great, and then there was just the fact that I couldn't pay for anything there because they don't take card, and they were not the best burger place in town. The best burger place in town for the most of the time that we were there was Chow Wagon.
That's a good burger.
And you know, like I'll tell you the big shameful thing. Well, at least I don't know what your experience has been like on it. If you've gone in any of the times you've visited, but like Los Portales stopped being a good Mexican place.
Yep.
Have you found the components we discussed?
And it's
never
like,
forget what they took from us. But
Yes,
hey, we got Chick-fil-A now.
Not really though.
Oh, I know.
It's not the same.
I know. But also,
Yes.
Chick-fil-A, mid.
You're wrong.
We have everything we need to launch the rockets, Jason.
It's okay.
No, Chick-fil-A is legitimately good.
It insists upon itself.
Oh, I'm gonna drive to wherever you are and shoot you in the mouth.
The time has come for us to board the rockets and begin the great journey.
Like, I won't have Chick-fil-A slandered on my live stream.
The Creator has seen fit to instruct us
It's just like, I don't know.
Do you not know what to order there? Do you know, like...
No, I mean, I get a spicy chicken sandwich with no tomato.
It doesn't come with tomato.
The one I've seen always does.
Like, the deluxe does.
Okay, then yeah, I get the one that doesn't come with tomato. But, I mean, it's good. It's just not good enough for, like, having to pay more than $10 for it.
From this moment forward,
Granted, that's going to be true now with literally any fast food place.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I get what you're saying, but, like, what fast food place are you getting a sandwich for less than $10? Hang on a second, I want to check something.
take your seats. The great journey awaits.
I mean, now nowhere because
The promised land we
we
go.
have been abandoned by the Lord.
To the far beyond.
Hello. Hey.
Dude, a spicy chicken sandwich is $5.29. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like the meal though, like 'cause you get.
Okay, so hold on. A sandwich and fries and a drink is different than the insinuation that the sandwich is $10.
Oh yeah, no. Like, I could have been more clear there of like, hey, like the whole package together.
Right, but like a double quarter pounder with cheese and fries and a drink is going to be more. And
absolutely.
a burger at Whataburger, like any fast food place I can go to around here, it's the same. It's And it's been the same for years and years and years. I'm going to just say it like this. Most of the people I've ever known that have complained about the price of Chick-fil-A regarding the food, that's just fat talk. Like, it's like, oh, it's because your $10 doesn't fill you up the way $10 at another fast food place does. And it's like, meanwhile, when I go to Chick-fil-A and get a spicy chicken sandwich and some waffle fries, I'm just completely content. Could I eat 2 of them? Sure. But, like, yeah, I don't understand any kind of Chick-fil-A hate. It's.
I don't hate it. It's just like, like if
Where's the
people are like,
devil?
If people are like, hey, let's go to Chick-fil-A, I go, okay, sure. If that's what you would like. And then I just go, and I have a perfectly good sandwich, and I'm like, alright, I'll do that.
Now, I can't really think of a fast food place that if somebody brings it up, I don't want to go there. I mean, I'm not big on fast food anyway, but... Like, well, I guess Burger King's my, like, really?
Oh, Burger King sucks.
That's my really, this is what we're doing?
Like, anyone that's like, oh, we should go to Burger King. Like,
Their burgers are charbroiled. No, their burgers are charbroiled and then thrown in a vat of water to keep them warm. So every time you go in there and order a burger, it tastes like cooked water.
Like, when people like, oh, I prefer Burger King, I'm like, who hurt you? Who molested you as a child?
My grandmother, whenever I'm like, I don't like Burger King, she's like, well, I like a Whopper. I'm like, I don't care if you like it. You grew up in a post-Great Depression family. Your taste buds are wrong about everything. Yeah. And it's like the problem she's having now is, and I don't know like the biology behind this, but I've heard that allegedly, like as you get older, your taste buds deteriorate and you lose certain, like, you lose the complexity. Right. And so she's hypersensitive to salt. Like, something will just be not even, like, salty at all, and she'll complain that it's salty. Like, don't put any salt on that. It's too salty. And you taste it, and you're like, this really could use some salt. And she's always craving sugar. And it's like the sweet taste buds are, like, the last to go, essentially. Yeah. But, yeah, she's, like, hypersensitive to any kind of saltiness or spiciness or whatever. And it's like, so yeah, like an old white person, of course they're going to like a burger from Burger King. I'm launching the music, or launching the missiles. Okay, hang on. It said, like, launch music on the screen. Which is not playing because I turned the radio down so I wouldn't have the licensed music problem anymore on this. Well, I will say this. I haven't gotten any, like, copyright strikes, so...
Well, yeah, you're playing on streamer mode.
Okay. So, finishing this quest gave me liked status with Novak. Yeah. And it's just the idea that it's like, okay, we were sent on this quest by Manny, who was like, hey, I've been seeing, like, ghouls coming from over there. Can you go take care of that? And you go, and you kill a bunch of ghouls, and you kill a bunch of super mutants, and then you send a bunch of other ghouls to their deaths. And it's like, you know, for sending those ghouls to their deaths, we like you now. Alright, what should I put these points into? I think I still need to do points into repair for sure. I'll do 5 more into survival, 5 more into guns. My next level, I'll finish out guns, and I'll put more into repair and, like, medicine, I think. Oh, Oh, I have to decide. I have to decide on a perk, because it's an even level. If I was trying to be more stealthy, I could run that. Okay, fast metabolism gives you 20% health bonus when using stim packs. Maybe. Maybe.
Toughness, always a solid choice.
I
don't even know if that one's available.
Yeah, it is. I just like junk rounds. Survival is the mother of invention. Craft ammo at the reloading bench using alternate materials, scrap metal, and tin cans. That's decent. Thanks to Unclean Living, you've learned the secrets of the lounge lizards. Plus 25% addiction resistance, plus 50% health bonus from snack foods, scotch, vodka, and wine now give you health in addition to their normal effects. I think I already took... the one that... Also, Sneering Imperialist is one of my favorite flavor perks. Have you ever used it?
No.
I'm familiar with it. It gives you, like, dialogue options with tribals.
Yeah, to be like,
Speaking of, tribal wisdom. Your limbs take 50% less damage from animals, mutated animals, and mutated insects. And you gain 25 resistance to poison damage and can eat mutated insects when you're in sneak mode. You've discovered a shotgun technique that has a chance to knock an enemy back. I like this one, Fight the Power. You've had enough of the so-called authorities pushing poor folks around. You gain plus 2 damage threshold and plus 5% critical chance against anyone wearing the faction armor of the NCR Legion or Brotherhood. That actually might be... I feel like fast metabolism is the right thing to take. But at the same time... Yeah. And then, like, the next level, I'll think about taking Fight the Power. One thing I kind of... Oh, this is going to be funny to say. I never... Did you ever... One of these days, I'll agree with myself on how to continue with this... Continue with this thought and speech. Anyway. I never took any of the... I don't remember how Outer Worlds refers to them, but they're like flaws.
Yeah.
Did you ever take any of them?
No. Like, that's just one of those, like, there were not enough perks that I genuinely cared about to justify intentionally making my character weaker in any way. Because after I got the perks that increased my carry weight, let me fast travel regardless of my encumbrance, and also increased my movement speed, I was just like, I mean, nothing else matters, Brocephalus. It's all about just increasing the damage now.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was... I kind of had a similar thought where I was like, I really don't want to be weaker. Like, I'm getting shot up all the time by robots. I don't want to take more damage from the robots.
Right.
But, and I mean...
It's like, I like the idea,
conceptually. That's what I was getting at. I like the idea, I just don't like that all you get out of it is like a perk point kind of deal. Because, like, this character, I chose the claustrophobia trait. Which is a flaw. Ask me how I know. I'm claustrophobic in real life. So, the claustrophobia trait in this game gives you boosts to your special skills when you're, or special attributes when you're outside, but you take a hit when you're inside.
Right.
And it causes some interesting changes to how I play the game, because you can't carry like almost the max of what your carry weight is. You have to carry what your carry weight is when you're indoors. So, speaking of, I want to check out this radio tower over here. So, anyway, but I love the idea of flaws and or some kind of trait that's treated like a flaw in games like this. And I wish you saw that in more games.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you get something good out of it, and there's a negative aspect of it, but it, you know, either can add to the role-playing experience or can be good enough or like worth it enough as far as the what is this? Is this where that super mutant stays? Like, there's a super mutant. Ooh, give me that. There's a super mutant that attacks Novak at night. Or he attacks, he kills this one farmer's Brahmin.
Oh, yeah. That, the schizo's like, oh, the chupacabra.
Yeah, he's like a legitimately schizo nightkin. He attacks? He attacks at midnight, so maybe I can see it happen. Or maybe it only happens when you've got the quest.
It's Bark, or is it No Bark is the guy's name that'll tell you about it?
Well, he might tell you about it, but if you just go to the house of the rancher, he'll tell you. He'll be like, we've been having this problem. Okay, so I'm here. It's basically midnight. I don't see the telltale shimmer of a nightkin. So maybe you do have to talk to him. Just me busting up in this dude's house in the middle of the night. Hey, I heard you.
We're having problems. He's like, who are you?
I heard you have a quest for me, sir.
He's just, who are you?
It's like the quest you do for Boone. There's a meme that I like. I probably actually have it on my phone, where it's Lemmy, like Lemmy show, Lemmy.
Yep.
It's him. And like it's the him waking up meme, but he's like edited to have her have Janie Mae's like glasses and everything, and it's just the courier standing over. It's like, I need you to come look at something in front of the T-Rex. Put on this hat. I'm going to sleep in game.
If I get targeted for the Crimson Ritual one more time.
I hate when I get targeted for the Crimson Ritual.
I mean, who among us?
Who among us? You know, Among Us. I'm still upset that our friend group never played Among Us.
Among Us.
I mean, honestly, there's nothing that really stops us from doing it. The game still exists.
Yeah.
But...
And it's still, like, cheap, if not free.
Yeah, well, I think it's... Well, I think I got it for free on mobile. But I think like on PC, you've got to pay like $10 or $5 or something. All right,
yeah,
so it's
like a lot of
Dusty.
That might be one of the games that will give you like a party pack, or like a 4-pack, like Project Zomboid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A game that I've been having the intrusive thoughts about.
Well,
because
I mean,
watched Hung Sifu play it with his friends, and I was like, "Oh, this is exactly the kind
I
of
tend to my
tism I could
ranch.
get
That's-
behind."
You must. We
okay.
Beg your pardon, ma'am, but them two not the
Them
best-
two-headed beeves ain't worth getting shot over.
So long.
All right, I got the job now, so maybe I wonder if I could just go up to his cave. Oh, he's just standing here. I found him.
Menacingly.
Hey, I can see you.
All right, so
I can see you.
controversial opinion: invaders should not be able to heal.
Yeah,
and they can heal in this game, and that's very
Hey,
aggravating to
like,
me.
speak your truth, Dark Souls player. Been dealing with this trauma for a long time. Actually,
Like,
I was
using a humanity or the like, sure, because that's not a just renewable resource. But if
Oh, I mean,
someone's
it
like-
is. It's 100% a farmable resource.
Yeah, well,
And
it's
they
not
can
like,
carry
oh,
99 of them.
right? But like, you don't just. There we go. Gotcha. First time I've managed to kill an invader. Sick.
This Nightkin just said, "When Mars call, we run."
Slaughtered.
I don't want to just kill him. I feel like I should talk to him at least, but I can't talk to him while he's invisible. Which means I have to walk over here and wait until almost midnight. This is when I have to end up almost killing him anyway. To about right there, that should be. I love the ambient music in Fallout 3 and New Vegas. It's comfy for me.
There's no music in Fallout 3.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
I've
like,
just
Sam, what are you
imagined it.
Like, Sam, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, there's no music in Fallout 3. It's like, Sam, yes, there is. Like, there's the radio and, like, there's like, no, there's not. You just look, it's like, I somehow edited the INI files on the PS3 disc when I was playing it back in the day to just not have music and didn't realize it. Like, Sam, gonna be real with you, man. Not sure how you did that. I didn't even know you could edit INI files on the PS3.
I feel like we could easily look up stuff about hacking PS3s.
Oh yeah, no.
I feel like we live in the heyday of that.
And I mean, it used to be that you could boot Linux onto a
Hey,
PS3.
hey!
But they got rid of that a few cycles in, and I was like, somebody was getting free games.
This Nightkin's minigun, like, went into orbit just about. Okay, note added, screams of Brahmin. Most of what is recorded here is a mess of incomprehensible psychotic gibberish. It seems to express a general frustration towards a set of Brahmin who are allegedly keeping the author awake at night by screaming inside his head whenever he closes his eyes. You're over... Hey, Boone, hold this minigun.
Fine by me.
The fact that he said, fine by me. He's like, I'm not spec'd into heavy guns. Or big guns. Like, well, don't worry, Boone. We don't have that in this game.
Yeah. Don't worry, Boone. You just put a red dot on this thing, and it's basically the same as a rifle.
Just touch the trigger really quick, and it'll only fire, like, maybe 5 times.
Yeah.
That's basically like shooting one time.
You see, the rotating barrel makes it more accurate.
Boone, a master of his craft, looking at you like, No?
Are you retarded?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What's wrong with you?
Boone's just like, all right, Courier. I need you to be honest with me. I'm not gonna be mad if you say yes, so I just need you. Are you an idiot? Are you doing a low intelligence run?
Is this a bit?
And
Did you see that? I don't remember if I shared it, but there was a guy in like the 1910 census whose name was Joke Adamant. Like the man's name was literally commitment to the bit.
That's rad. Like, unironically, I wish that were me.
I mean, it is you. You are committed to the bit.
Yeah. And it's taken me to places I wouldn't even go with a gun.
I've committed to bits I wouldn't even go.
I've committed to bits that I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole.
Look who's here.
Find anything? Well, I don't know how you've done it, but I do know how. And help yourself down.
Man gave me 75 bottle caps and told me to raid his fridge.
You just look inside his fridge and there's just a brick of meth.
No, there were 10 steaks.
I mean, that's basically the same thing, depending on who you ask.
That's like $1,000. Dude, I saw this meme earlier. I was going to tell you about it, but we got distracted being nonsensical. It was a picture of like two people giving each other gifts for Valentine's Day, but it said like, give your loved one or give your significant other something expensive this Valentine's Day, and each of them was giving the other person 6 eggs.
But I just love that now that's now that Trump is president, like Democrats are like, oh, but the price of eggs though, it's like, okay. Great.
I like how in like the 11th hour that became an issue of the election that people on both sides latched onto, like.
Well, because they realized.
Was it worth it for you to elect this tyrant so the eggs would be cheaper? I'm like,
yeah.
Like, I didn't even vote, and I'm just gonna start telling people, yeah.
Totally worth it. I'd do it again.
Be like, I'm gonna say things like, I voted for him 3 times.
Yep. I actually.
I'm tripping. There
I
they are.
rounded up a bunch of illegals and tricked them into voting for him.
I held them at gunpoint and made them do it.
It was awesome.
And then everybody clapped.
Yeah. And that president's name, Barack Obama.
Oh my gosh, I forgot I just have like 4,000 lead.
Was there. She started singing all the single ladies. Like, it was great.
And Jeb Bush clapped.
Yeah.
Okay, I need...
you know, maybe one day someone will clap for Jeb Bush.
Do you think... No, that was going to be super cruel and inappropriate.
Morning.
There are just like 5 caravans stacked up on Novak right now.
I mean, but are they playing Caravan?
I mean, they're playing at it. Alright, I need to check... Oh, what am I doing? I need to check the gun runners. I need to check the 2 merchants between here and there, and I need to check the gun runners to see if anybody will sell me some upgrades for my rifle. Because I like having the upgraded hunting rifle. It's good. You can't put a silencer on it, sadly, but it's good. Right now I've got the varmint rifle, which is pretty sweet. And I've got it upgraded with the night scope and the silencer and the extended mags. Like, it's... And I got really lucky with how... Because, you know, the like merchant inventories, they rotate every few days. I got really lucky and was able to buy the silencer and I think it was the silencer and the scope like almost immediately in Good Springs. And not have to do any kind of questing for it. But yeah, like there's so many weapons in this game and so many mods for those weapons that sometimes it feels like you're just stuck. Like if you're choosing to use a particular weapon, you're stuck not being able to get the upgrades for it. Like me not being able to get the choke for the shotgun. But so far I'm enjoying, you know, kind of the maintenance, the character maintenance aspect of needing to sleep and eat and drink. And also enforcing this no fast travel aspect on it. I part of me thinks I should do this with Bethesda games more often. As far as like maybe the next time I play Oblivion, I do no fast travel. Well, because I'm just trying to think, is there a point in playing it that doing no fast travel would be too inconvenient? Because, like, in Skyrim, for me, the most inconvenient thing, if you don't have fast travel, would be the multiple trips up to High Hrothgar.
Right.
Because it's like, you can only start up the mountain from Iverstead. So you're going to have to take one of two routes to Iverstead, depending where you're at on the map. And then you're going to have to climb all the way up. And then do your business with the Greybeards and then climb all the way down. Well, okay, I would say this. I would definitely allow myself in this hypothetical no fast travel run. I would allow myself to use the actual, like, the carriages. That would be okay. But see, Oblivion doesn't have anything like that. So it would just be all on foot or all on horseback.
Now hold on. I have an argument. So I think that an argument can be made that you should be allowed to use fast travel in Oblivion because how fast the game loads is partially affected by your speed attribute. That is real, by the way.
Well, no, I know that, but like what you're saying is because the fast travel load is tied to how fast your character moves, it is a more literal
I've still got guns and ammo.
expedience of gameplay.
Sure do.
I didn't mean to click that.
It's just I would just like to be at this location. Boom. Okay. I walked there really fast because I'm fast.
I mean, you can at least explain it like that.
No, that's not actually a genuine argument. I just that was I feel like I could defend this if I needed to for some
no, I mean, like I don't really disagree. Like I'm not hearing what you're saying and being like that's stupid.
I mean, it is, but like not in a.
Well, in a world where they took Mark and Recall from you, and
also took Levitation.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking of whether I wanted to make that point, but I was kind of like, do I feel that way?
They took from you.
Oh yeah, for real. Never forget that they did that.
Yeah.
Like there's the part of me that's like I understand from a practical standpoint for them as far as like coding the game, programming the game and everything. Well, okay, if they weren't committed to it running on that generation of consoles, they maybe could have had the cities be open.
Maybe.
And then you don't have the issue, like that part of the issue, but there is also a practical issue of
Still making a nuisance
design.
Take a
Like they would need to design everything with this idea of verticality.
That, and of course the classic, like, oh well, like this quest is like, yeah, but Mark and Recall just kind of break the quest sequencing. And it's like, well, y'all could just
design around, design with it in mind that well, and it's like in Morrowind there are things that are designed like if the player has levitation, they can skip like part of a dungeon or something. Like it's a reward for the player.
And of course, the Telvanni that'll let you can cast levitation magic, can't you?
Well, and then it's like, oh my gosh, just the contrivance in the Dragonborn DLC when you go to the Telvanni Tower and there's just like press this button to levitate up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so insulting. And it's actually really annoying for multiple visits there. But I mean, I understand. Also, I feel like if the devs were just like, look, we just wanted to do something different. We wanted to be a different game than that. But it's like I've heard the argument like, well, we wanted the magic to be less spreadsheety. No, let it like. Okay,
I mean,
I've thought about
less spreadsheety. You just
change the spreadsheets.
Change the obfuscation in front of the spreadsheet.
But like,
again, you cannot escape the fact that video games are only so many steps removed from Excel spreadsheets. You just have to accept that. And the sooner you accept that, the happier you will be.
But yeah, like I was thinking about this, like, I was thinking about playing Daggerfall Unity on stream.
Yeah.
Do you know what when I had that thought, the first thing I did was I went to YouTube and looked up a character build guide. Because well, I haven't watched it yet, but it's like I don't know the game very well, and I'd like to play. I thought New Vegas just crashed, but it locked up for a second.
An invalid thought to have.
Right, but I was just thinking, like, I want to play Daggerfall, but I don't want to start a character and play for like 8 hours and then have to restart because I built the character wrong and I don't know what I'm doing. So I'd rather have somebody tell me, hey, here's kind of the optimal path into this.
So on the one hand, you'll never have to worry about that because you just won't be able to get through Privateer's Hold.
Right.
Like, if you do that. And what's wild to me is that in, like, OG Daggerfall, at least, like, there are dungeons that you can go to, and just one part of the dungeon will be just do Privateer's Hold again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that's just one part of the dungeon. What?
Yeah.
Like, Indigo said that on the LARP podcast, and I was just like, and so what?
Yeah, yeah. And also, I don't feel ashamed for wanting to play it without, like, the original way they did dungeons. Because they're just
incredibly massive.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's valid.
Like, I'm not looking for
a
20-hour dungeon crawl experience. Yeah.
I mean, I like dungeon crawling, and even I'm like, yeah, the original like zones in Daggerfall are a bit much, guys.
Boone,
like,
why
I adore dungeon crawling. Like, that's like the one thing I like doing in Skyrim is dungeon crawling, even though I don't think it's as good as it is in Oblivion, but...
You know what's funny? I never really ran dungeons in Oblivion. And part of that is when I originally played Oblivion back in the day. Because I want to say I got Oblivion like in anticipation of playing Skyrim. And I played for a little while. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. Well, actually, let me back up. I've never like told this story on stream or anything, and I don't know that I've ever really told you this, but when Oblivion was announced, like at E3, I had never seen a game like that before. And I was like, oh, that looks really cool. Like the fact that you can like like you got your sword, but like you can cast magic while you've got your sword in your hand, and like, oh my gosh, this game looks incredible. And I wanted to play it, but when it originally came out, it was just on the Xbox and like PC, I think, and I think it came out on PS3 later, like a year later, or something.
With the 9 built in.
Yes, that's what it was. So I'm like, oh man, well, okay. And then it's funny because in some footage I've seen of Todd Howard being interviewed in his office, he has a PlayStation official magazine with Oblivion. It's actually with like one of the like Crusaders on the cover. I had that PlayStation official magazine, and it's really, like, I don't know what happened to it, but it's really cool to see it, like, in Todd's office. But anyway, I really wanted to play Oblivion back when Oblivion came out, but I couldn't. I just didn't have, like, the ability. And then by the time that, like, I had a PS3 and could... What are you doing? Don't look at me. And could play it, I had forgotten about it.
And then you got to Fred Hardman Universe.
Yeah, and then I was, like, at GameStop one day with you, and I remember distinctly, like, whoever was working was like, hey, do you want to pre-order Skyrim? And I said, what's Skyrim? And they're like, oh, it's the sequel to Oblivion. And I was like...
Now, do you remember me being like, hey, check out my character in Oblivion?
I think I still have the save file for your character, your Oblivion character, on my PS3. And,
he's just a silly guy.
Yeah.
He just wants to run really fast.
Walks on water and
can breathe underwater.
Breathe underwater, which is like, okay. But anyway.
Well, that's just because of a ring that you find in the
I know.
Shivering Isles, which is part of why I love it.
Yeah.
And honestly, of course, like, the Shivering Isles is just peace be upon it.
Yeah. But anyway, I was like, oh man, and I bought Oblivion Game of the Year edition. And I distinctly remember I got a version of it that didn't have the, like, actual case. It was like the GameStop generic case. And at a later time I was there and I was talking to somebody and I was like, yeah, I just hate that I don't have the actual official case for it. And he goes, for Oblivion Game of the Year edition? I was like, yeah. And he just, like, reached under the counter and handed me a case for free. Oh, cool. And anyway, so I didn't play a lot of Oblivion for whatever reason. And then, of course, when Skyrim came out, I picked it up the day it came out, and I played a lot of it that year. But they, I never really revisited Oblivion until I started playing stuff on PC. And I've done a couple of different kind of runs on Oblivion and really enjoyed playing it. But, you know, and it's neat because I wanted to play it so bad back in the day, and then I finally did play it and I liked it. But I've actually been kind of hankering to do another run of it sometime soon. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I think I might play Daggerfall. Oh no, I'm over encumbered. I might play Daggerfall first. Where's my whiskey? Whiskey, give me strength. But I think I'm gonna play. Okay. I need to also know. I need to know. Because Daggerfall's main quest has a time limit?
Yes,
or time pressure?
It is a very long time limit, though.
Okay.
It's like you have to go out of your way to hit that time limit.
Okay. Well, because, like, I mean, I've played Fallout 1, which has a time limit, and I'll just tell you this, the time limit's not a problem. Well, okay, if you wanted to sit down and play Fallout 1, the time limit's not a problem if you focus on getting the water chip and taking the water chip to your vault. Because once you've taken the water chip to your vault, they're like, okay, there's still this problem with this whole, like, super mutant thing. And there's no time limit on that aspect of it, so you can continue playing and then go around and do side quests and stuff like that.
You
but
look like someone in need of a
I want to
reliable
say there's
supplier.
some stuff baked into it that...
Take your pick.
There's some stuff baked into it that's like, at a certain time frame or certain points in the story, like this town gets attacked by super mutants or this thing happens or whatever. So you actually, you know, oh, this guy has a single Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle cap.
Good for him.
Oh, I thought he sold... Does he really not have...
Thanks.
I came all the way over here to talk to Sergeant Daniel Contreras. Came all this way to talk to him because I remembered that he sold weapons and stuff, and he doesn't have a single weapon mod for sale.
Nice.
I need to now I've just got to go over to the gun runners and hope they've got it, and then I need to
hope that it's not outrageously expensive.
Well, caps aren't a problem right now. I've got 11,000. So, or sorry, yeah. I thought I did that. It's not dyslexia, but dysgraphia or whatever. Because, like, well, what happens to me is I'll look at the number 1,200 and think, okay, it's 1,200. And it can be said, or it can be expressed as 1,200. And I'll just be like, yeah, 12,000. Oh, while I'm here, I should talk to the guy and take the bounty hunting mission. Areas.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends.
You're having trouble with the fiends?
Damn right I am. And I'm paying bounties. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. That sound like something that interests you?
Yep.
Good. That's damn good. I figure it's about time we got lucky out here, so maybe you can snuff one of these maniacs. First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nephi.
Driver
He's
Nephi.
fast and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron. Hence his name. And finally...
Hence the
Cook.
name.
Rapist, pyromaniac. Damn good chef, if you believe the fiends we've captured.
Nephi the Tiger.
Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash. They've all killed good NCR men, and plenty of mercs too. You go after them, any of them, you're in for a hell of a fight. So, which one is it gonna be?
I will go after Driver Nephi.
You've got some guts, I'll give you that.
Driver.
Nephi is one tough son of a bitch. You let him get close, and he'll take your head off. My advice is this. Talk to Lieutenant Gorobets. He's in charge of Alpha Team, 1st Recon, snipers. If you're lucky, you can lure Nephi into the open and the sharpshooters can bring him down. You bring me the head, you'll still get the bounty. It's a better bet than trying to take Nephi one-on-one, but it's your call.
Where is Lieutenant Gorobets?
Out in the yard. Gorobets coordinates our sniper teams. He's been gunning for Nephi for weeks now. Only thing he hasn't had is willing bait. Don't have enough troops to order anyone beyond the fence. Not anymore, anyway.
Yep.
Got it.
One more thing. If you want the full reward, you need to bring me a recognizable head.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
You bring...
If you don't bring this guy...
Right.
The head of the, like an intact head of the target. You just show up and he's like, so no head? And on that note, were you about to say that you were going to log off?
Yep.
Yeah, you sounded like you were about to do the, well, and I think I've been streaming for about 3 hours, which is pretty solid. And I think
3 hours.
Yeah, trace horse. And I think I'm gonna go nibble on something to eat and do some reading or watch some YouTube and then go to bed. But make sure I save.
Hold on. There's a sign from last year for a mini marathon for gender equality. The men's distance is 10 kilometers. The women's distance is 5 kilometers.
Okay.
No.
Well, on that note, on that bombshell,